Hello everybody, it's the Swedish Traveler here. How you doing? How's it hanging? In this video I'm gonna talk about my time in Belgium as a whole, because I spent my time in Belgium in three different kinds of cities. Brussels, 2 afternoons, and Herentals and Antwerp, which was the first thing on my bucket list on this trip. Brussels, I stayed at another hotel this time, since I couldn't really find the place that I'm usually go to. Last time I was in Belgium, maybe they it might be a lot of reasons that that doesn't show up, but for some reason I couldn't book the last place, so I got a new place, La Grande Clock, as the hotel is called. Got the same room for the 2 afternoons. Was quite expensive, I must admit. About 100 euros per night, for a very small room. And I must say, at least the setup in that room too was not what I'm used to, I must admit. The toilet was in a separate compartment without a sink, and the sink were close to the shower. And I was like, what? How is this possible? So, at least for me, not being used to it, I find that kind of weird. But all in all, Brussels itself, at least from what I did see during my afternoons in Brussels, I do enjoy the city. It was my 4th time in Belgium, and I just wish that I could be there a little bit more. That I could probably go to, well, stay in Brussels and have a day in Antwerp. But I will talk about Antwerp later. But some people might disagree with me on that. But comment below if you do, and your reasons, of course. But as I said, I do like Brussels, and I do want to go back someday, somehow, just to explore more. Which leads me to my second part. Well, it was that I flew from the London to Brussels, and then being in Brussels just for a day, and then heading to Herentals, Herentals, further east, for Graspop Metal meeting. I do have the second one here. I will talk about that festival in another video, but Herentals itself, I must admit, was interesting as well. The hotel were as expensive too, but I'm guessing that's just because of the festival itself. But I did go to Herentals on a Wednesday, and the festival were on a started on Thursday, so I had some time to explore the city, and I must admit it was a charming little town. I must admit. In the outskirts, it had a huge observation tower in the middle of the forest, which was interesting as well. And must say that I did fancy that little place, but if you're not there for the festival, you just might need a couple of days for it. Once you see everything, I suppose. I have, of course, uploaded traveling videos of all of my cities. So if you haven't seen them, I recommend you to go and watch. But as I said, the hotel itself, it did include breakfast, free breakfast, which was fine. But for some reason, the last day, I had to go to another hotel for breakfast, which was kind of strange. But I'm guessing it was the same owners from both hotels, I suppose. But yeah, I did enjoy it. And which leads me to my last stop in Belgium, Antwerp. And as I said, it was the first city from my bucket list. I spent 5 days in Antwerp. Had a huge apartment for myself. Cost about, well, it was a little bit cheaper than the hotel in Herentals. And yeah, at least from what I've seen in Antwerp as well, it was pretty good. There's a lot of churches. There's well, going along the river. I must admit it was worth it, but I think you can manage most of the city on a day trip, but at the same time, now that I think about it, I must admit, well, it was good to at least have a couple of days just from relaxing from the festival and having time to just explore the city. I must admit, it is totally worth it going to Antwerp. I can totally recommend it. As I said, I did have a huge apartment for myself, which was fine. Maybe it was even too big for me, but and I must admit it was kind of strange checking in as well, because I had to go to another place for the key and then going back to the hotel, well, to the apartment. But that's how it is. So yeah, have you been to Antwerp? Have you been to Brussels? Have you been to Grasspop? Comment below, like and subscribe, and if you want to support the channel, you can buy some merch in the merch shop down below. Otherwise, peace out.